they're just happy to see black people. Before I actually came to China, I wasn't really interested in China at all. If you're coming to the north of China, it's very cold. So
Hello everyone, I'm Chris. So are you curious about what it's like being black in China? According to the government data, there are nearly 1 million black people living in China right now. So we are curious how they feel about China. Is China safe? Are Chinese people friendly? So today we are going to have a conversation with our friend from Nigeria who has been studying for her master's degree in China for the last 10 months. 10 months.
Do you mind say hello and introduce yourself to our...
大家好, hello everyone. My name is Nachi. 我叫 Nachi. I'm from Nigeria, and Nigeria is in Africa. I'm 22 years old, going to be 23 this year. I'm a master's student currently living in Shenyang, and I've been in China for almost a year right now.
At first, why do you want to come to China?
At first, I didn't want to come to China.
Yeah.
It was not where I wanted to come, but my dad was actually the one that influenced my decision to come to China, because China is just somewhere he feels is different from every other place, and he felt like I'll experience things differently and see the world apart from where I come from and places around me. Before I actually came to China, I wasn't really interested in China at all. Like at all. China was just a place I heard of, or I know some people that do business in, but it was not like, okay, it's not the way I know like US that I know. China is just, it's just as I came to China that I started learning and knowing about China, not before I came into China. So I know China as a country. I know China is in Asia. I know there are people that live in China, but I didn't really know much about China.
Where's your first choice?
Probably the US.
US,
Yeah.
definitely. Impression and experiences in China?
Okay, there are many things, but I think something I like about China is security. I can go out like late hours of the night, early hours of the morning, and I don't feel like, oh, there's somebody following me, or I'm not afraid to be outside alone. I just feel secure living in China and all that.
Have you ever feel stereotype or like racism in China?
Definitely, because I'm a black person, so I know that anywhere that the majority is white, there's always going to be, for the minority, there's always going to be some stereotypes and all that. But I mean, in China, I won't say that everybody is racist. So some people are just, okay, maybe they haven't seen like black people before, or they're just happy to see black people. But no matter where like people are being racist to you, it's not something you like. It's always something that you don't want people to maybe look at you in a certain light, or try to do things to you that you wouldn't like. So I mean, China is just like racist like every other place where there are white people. So it's about the same experience. It's just that to a large extent it's not, I don't think it's like malicious. Some people, it's just something they just wonder about, or they're just they haven't seen people that look like me, so they're just curious about it.
Like, it's like they're not having some bad feelings about it or like bad thoughts to you, but it's still bothering. It's still annoying.
I mean, sometimes you could see that people, it's not every time that it annoys me, because some people, they come to me in a state of they're just happy that okay, there's a black person here, and then they just like throw a lot of questions at me and all that, and those ones I'm not really like, it doesn't upset me. I'm happy to enlighten people about, because a lot of people think Africa is a country or something like that, so I'm happy enough to educate people that know there are many countries in Africa, and then Africa is a continent and things like that. But examples of like, if I'm on the bus and then maybe I sit somewhere and like nobody wants to sit beside me, or I'm walking somewhere, someone is walking the other way, it kind of hurts. But I mean, what can I do? This is just how I look. So there's nothing I don't want to change it, and I already love how I look. So it's just something we have to deal with, I guess.
Yeah, I think after like communication and connections, like people will know more about each other, and that stereotype or racism just gonna a little bit,
Better.
a little bit vanish, right?
Yes.
And yes, another question. Yeah, we have an extra question after we know that you are studying in Shenyang University. Do you have any concerns before you come to China? Did it happen?
Do I have any concerns? I feel my concern was basically about the language, like how I could communicate with people, because I had like heard that a lot of people don't speak English. So I mean, I kind of dealt with that because coming into China, I stopped at Beijing before I had to like come from Beijing to Shenyang. So I mean, from the airport, it was it was quite revealing how a lot of people could not speak English. So I had to like rely on like using my phone for translation, and like some people, if you give them your phone to look at, they say, oh, they can't read or something like that. But I mean, once I'm able to like use my phone to show people, okay, this is what I want, then it's easier for me to navigate. But um yeah, it's just something that happened because I couldn't speak any Chinese before I came here, and many people cannot speak English at all. So we just have to find ways to deal with that, I guess.
Have you met any troubles when you find a place to live, like renting a flat, renting a house?
I just where I live currently. I started living there in August, and so far I don't. Okay, it was actually getting an apartment is actually really difficult. I don't know if it's only for foreigners or for like Chinese people as well, because I also had the experience of there was an apartment I had actually like thought like I had gotten, and then the owner called the agent and said that, oh, that's because she's a foreigner, we can't accept her because of the language. That's what she had said, that she might not be able to understand me and all that. So like I was already happy because I had been stressed for over a month looking for an apartment. So I was already like settled that, okay, I have a place, and then the next day I'm receiving a call that the place I thought I had, I don't have it anymore. So it was kind of crushing, but I like where I live now, and the even if I don't speak a lot of Chinese, I'm able to like talk on WeChat with like the owner, and it's easier. He's a nice person, and I'm happy. So one disappointment is a blessing, I guess.
Yes. Thank God you finally met a good person.
Yeah.
Do you have any Chinese friends?
Um. Now I think I just have like two Chinese friends. I don't. I mean, I also think it's also because of language as well. That I can't make a lot of friends. But right now, I just have like two friends.
Include me?
Yeah, including
Oh, yes!
including.
What activities do you guys do together with your friends?
The other friend I had, we met. We are students, so we are both master students. And last semester wasn't really. It was kind of hectic, so we weren't able to like go out a lot. We're normally in school. My Chinese friend, she's always very busy, so we didn't leave school a lot. We just tried to like maybe eat together once in a while at the cafeteria to just like catch up and all. But we didn't do outdoor activities at all.
How's your life in university?
University life is the same everywhere, I guess. You just have a lot of like work to do, projects and all that. So is when school starts is quite hectic. So you just have to like read, do some research and all that. So, and I'm a master's student, so it's everything. All master students we are the same everywhere. It's the same course and all that. Okay, actually, my bachelor's was online. I was meant to be in China since, but because of the COVID, I did most of my bachelor's online. So I can't really. The only thing I know about bachelors are like things people tell me about what they experience. But my own experience of bachelors was an online experience where like we had classes online, we wrote the exams online, so we didn't really have like a campus life, like being with other students and all. We just knew each other online. We just knew each other virtually.
And do you have something else to say, like advice to people who also want to come to China in the future?
I mean, if you are coming to the north of China, it's very cold. So, so if you are coming to Shenyang, you have to be prepared for it. Like right now, I'm actually freezing, but yeah. And I'll just say maybe people shouldn't come here with a negative look or thinking that something bad will happen. It's just, I think something about China, you have to be very open-minded because things are very, very different. But once you're open-minded, it shouldn't be a problem for you. You should be able to navigate, and people will be nice to you. I mean, there are a lot of nice people here. It balances out between the people that are not so nice and people that are nice. So overall, I'll say it's not a bad experience at all.
So what's about your future plan after graduate here?
Um, so there are two things. So if I want to stay in China, I kind of want to do like some business. I have some plans for business, but I'm not sure how that's going to work out yet. Because there's a lot of production that goes on in China, and I kind of want to be like probably like an agent that like bridges the gap between people in China and maybe people in my country and other countries that like maybe want to get stuff from China but they can't be here physically, kind of. So that's kind of like an idea of what I want to do. I haven't like put everything into like good thoughts yet, but yeah, it's something I'm just thinking about, kind of. But if not, then I'll just use like the knowledge I have from China and like maybe go back to my country and make my life useful. But I'm betting on like actually staying in China longer than my masters, but let's see how that works out. I don't know if that will work or not for now.
So we can say goodbye to our audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can ask them to follow your
TikTok
account.
Okay.
Yes. TikTok.
Okay, guys, you can follow my account on TikTok, sinachi.o, SINACHI.o on TikTok and Instagram. Same name on Instagram.
Yes. How many followers you have right now?
On TikTok?
Yeah.
On TikTok, I think I have 18.3k followers.
More than us.
Look at that. We got a influencer here. Yeah.